the key, so this shit not.
Hey y'all, hey. It's your girl Tay. I know I sound a little funny, but it's okay. I'm back. And I'm semi-back ever. But thank you guys for tuning in to season 2, episode 20. How are y'all feeling? How? Because y'all sound how I'm feeling, but how y'all feeling?
I feel like Raw Digger right now, like an elephant sitting on my chest. And I was out there in the Bronx hollering at Buster all weekend, talk about my niggas on the corner and all that shit. But yeah. I'm here, Bookie.
Yes, all day. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'm over here per usual, just making it, like making it by, like there's the grip of making it. I'm like right under there, right? Like, cause it's like I'm holding on. I don't know what I'm holding on to, but I'm holding on. Maybe faith, because what? But yeah, I'm all right. But Tay, it's nice to have you back.
You made it a day. I missed y'all more because it's like, oh my God, I didn't know what to do with myself. Like, I was like, what should I do?
Yeah.
We missed you.
We did. We really did. And it's been a lot, but hey, we sat here. We're still here. We're still thriving. And as Nek Nek was saying, she's gonna say later on in the show, but we need y'all run them views up. What y'all don't know is that we need y'all. Run the views up. Okay? It'd be a whole lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, and we need y'all to go ahead and support us like we support y'all.
Yes, because it's always podcast or bust.
Exactly. Podcast or bust.
Pretty good.
Got a nice Memorial Day. We had a 4-day work week this week.
That's the only thing I'm looking forward to is the 4-day work week. Other than that, I mean, it was straight. I didn't really do much. I finally got out the house, but it was still, my activities are still limited.
Yep, because that's what they do.
Now, of course, it's not my own kid, it's my nephew, but
Yeah, hey,
he has to go potty, so that's more important than what Auntie's doing.
And you know what? And it is because you know what? We will stop this whole show. We will stop this whole recording so you don't have to sit here and clean up piss off the floor because no one. How old is he? How old is he?
He is 3. He'll be 4 next week.
Oh.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Well, hello, little Gemini. Go to the bathroom.
And he is Gemini.
Yes, and it's like, and you don't have to announce it, baby. Just go ahead and go. That door is open just for you. But they don't care that we got stuff going on because you know what? It fits along just like our first topic with politics and the pandemic craziness. We think the world is going wild, kids are going wild, everything's going wild. We don't know what's going on anymore. Last week, we told y'all that the NAACP had issued a travel advisory for visiting Florida because the state has become hostile to African Americans, the LGBTQA plus community, and people of color. This was all under the governor, Ron DeSantis' leadership. Well, I don't know if y'all been watching the news. He's now announced that he's running for president. I don't know how this is. I just don't know anymore. I don't know. I don't know who's backing him. It seems like it's the beginning of a new set of problems. Like, I got a feeling, and I hate to say this, but I might be right, or I might be wrong, but I think I might be right. I feel like in the future, we're going to be wishing back to them days that Trump was president. And that is crazy already. Thoughts, ladies?
I mean, for one, that was a mouthful. With all the letters. That was a mouthful.
Don't do that.
It was a mouthful. But I don't know what's with people in Florida. They tripping. You got the people in Texas that wants to remove Black history from the curriculum.
Yes.
Now they're trying to just remove it, period. Like, what are we doing here?
We don't exist.
Just like I heard, there was another thing where they're trying to take out, I think, I forgot what state it's in, but the whole killing of George Floyd, it made it into some school textbooks. They want to take it out now.
Now that I do kind of agree with, just because of George Floyd's background, we can't make him like a martyr and things like that. Like he was just this perfect person walking around. Yes, he had transgressions that he passed, but is he one of the model people that we should really be looking at in history when you go back and look at things? Can we look at what his death triggered? Yes, but do we have to put him particularly in the books? Not necessarily. And that's no offense to him or his family.
You know, I get where you're coming from, because if anything, you know, you do highlight a good point, because yes, as soon as he was killed, the next thing, then it goes through all these listed charges and everything else. See, the crazy part is like when the police came through and killed Breonna Taylor, and all the pictures of her are of her being an upstanding citizen and going and working in the community and everything, but they don't want to talk about that.
They tried to dig up as much shit as they could because,
Yes.
you know, she was harboring drugs for her drug addict boyfriend and they were dealing drugs and all this. Okay, but where's it on the police records? Where's any of this on the police records, or is it just stuff that you want to try and discredit her with because she was unlawfully killed?
Exactly. But you know, one thing I did appreciate though, for her as a Black woman that passed so tragically, I was so glad that her social media and her family, it might just be Breonna herself, and all her pictures, her hair was laid. She was on point in all her pictures. She never, ever looked crazy. Like, oh my gosh, I can't remember her name, but remember it was the Black lady, she got killed. They figured that she got
Sandra
killed in the
Bland?
US. Yes, I can remember Sandra, but not the last name. The pictures they had, I'm like, she had better pictures than this. Don't do that. Don't make it seem like, because then you're trying to create this ideology that she is like a crazy, maybe possibly schizophrenic person or something, and that's wild. Like that's crazy to sit there and even move like that. That's wild.
But you know, more times than not, when the skin is brown of a victim, instead of them allowing them to be a victim, they try and find some way to criminalize them or make them look like a villain or anything like that. You know, Sandra Bland, she had mental issues. But then you go and look at Patty Mayonnaise, who went and shot up a school, and she was just so mentally triggered and trauma, and she was going through this. She is out here shooting up a school. However, you have somebody who literally got pulled over, yanked out a car unlawfully, again, detained, wasn't able to get any of the rights that she's supposed to have, and somehow she's the one we want to look at and be like, she deserved that.
Yeah.
What do y'all think? So, okay, so quick question. With all these people, you know, being murdered by police and this and the dirt, how do y'all feel about when they're paid? Like with what was it, Eddie Gray? I think he won some millions. And then not Sandra, Breonna Taylor, her family was paid millions. How do y'all feel about that?
I think they only do that to sweep it under the rug.
Yeah, they do it to make it seem like it makes it look
It
better.
doesn't change it. It doesn't stop it.
Exactly. And the thing about it, like they go ahead, like I'll be honest, if the state, like I ain't a hater, the state want to go ahead and give you some money, that don't take away none of the pain or anguish that you had through any of that. But you know, there's so many other Black relatives that we have lost that we don't even know about that got killed, and we never got no pay for that or any type of anything for that. That money does not change anything. Go ahead and take the money, spend the money, have a nice time, build a nice life, do something. That person didn't die for you to get that, but don't spend on those stupid stuff. Like don't
put
do
that
that.
money into real psych evaluations before you gonna get these psychos guns and tell them to protect the damn streets like they goddamn vigilantes.
There we go. That part. All right. Yep. So for the next one, okay. But while we sit here and we wonder what the future holds for us here in the US, we need to be thankful. We will all be thankful because the president of Uganda, I don't want to mess his name up, and I probably am, but just, work with me. You ready? I don't know why I got an accent all of a sudden.
Museveni.
Yep, has signed some of the harshest anti-LGBTQA plus laws in the world. The Speaker of the Parliament has released this statement. The bill includes now the death penalty, for aggravated homosexuality.
Oh,
Aggravated.
wow.
This includes having, grab what you need and go. This includes having sex, okay, with a minor, and having sex with a HIV while having HIV, and while being HIV positive, and incest. I'm so sorry for the interruptions, but yes, this is about, having sex with somebody this like that for real. Like, you want to kill people for being
Having
gay?
sex with somebody already, and you know that you're HIV positive, that is already a crime.
And I get that. Yes.
But I just feel like him having death penalty, that's kind of harsh. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at it for incest or death with a child, I'm
now,
kind of behind those two.
no, now
I
that,
am. Yes.
but
Yes.
as far as exploring your options with the alpha, I mean, no offense to them, but the alphabet crew is just a lot of letters. It's just a lot of letters. But I mean, as long as you're not touching a child, or it's not incest and it's not rape or anything like that, then
Yeah.
I feel like it's a little harsh. But on the back end, if you are doing that big wild shit, then it is what it is.
Right. And the thing about it, it's just the way that aggravated homosexuality. So it's like, okay, where I get it, because everything that I name, these are all things where, like, if that happened to, a member of my family, myself, any of us, you would want those thoughts, because it'd either be that or street justice. And I think for all that, we would prefer probably street justice over anything else. But yeah. Anyway, next up. Next up is there's a new Maryland law which now prohibits police from using the odor of marijuana as probable cause to search a vehicle. Shorty, this law right here about to change a lot of people's lives, because I'll be honest, I've been at the party. They were smoking weed. It wasn't me, but they were smoking good. They were smoking loud. Okay, there was no Reggie. It was all loud. I'm leaving. My clothes is all in my clothes, and I ain't even smoke. I would have hate to get pulled over, and now they want to hit me up, and I ain't even smoke. I was just at the party. I ain't even high. I got contact high, but I ain't high. So, I think Maryland is moving along.
That law already, well, not, oh yeah, I thought that law already went
I
into
did
place.
too.
And they couldn't, if they smelled it in your car, they.
Well, I'm here to tell you, okay? I have firsthand knowledge. I'm telling you, no, they had to go
No,
ahead.
they were still doing it, but
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
know
about
at
to
one
say.
point they weren't supposed to be doing it.
Yeah. And the thing about it, that's one of those things again. That's just like, all right, I know you can't compare the two. If y'all came over my house and I'm frying chicken, y'all might not have been here when I start frying it, but when y'all leave it, it smell like fried chicken.
Yes.
Hey, fried chicken ain't got nothing to do. I may not even offer y'all nothing, and y'all smell like fried chicken. It's the same with the scent of marijuana. You just never know. You just never know. So I'm glad that, hopefully that they post this a little bit more and they make this known, so that some people who aren't, some good law-abiding citizens who are not out here and just trying to cause any issues or anything like that. So there you go. Your timing. I knew. That's why I started laughing.
Talk about that too, but also with the law about to be passed July 1st, I feel like they need to pass a few more laws prohibit police from doing certain things, because I feel like there's gonna be extra for no reason. Especially like you at a cookout, y'all out back minding y'all black owned business, and I'm in my home. Just like I feel like when they roll up in people's houses, if I got a legal limit sitting on my table, it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. But
I'm gonna say from the inside, I've known some cops from the inside, and they will tell you in a heartbeat, if we there for anything else, we don't give a shit about that sitting out, as long as there's no kids running around. Like you got weed, it's weed. You in your house. You're not out driving with it and all that. You're not being an endangerment to anybody around you. You're literally in your home, in the comfort of your home, smoking that shit. We're not worried about that shit. Now you got crack, coke, something like that sitting on the table. Then we got questions. But if it's just weed, what the fuck you gonna do? Get mad at us and go eat a bag of chips?
Like, what you want, son? When you get off? Like, all right, come back around here.
Listen, for the most part, from what I understand, most weed smokers are the most peaceful people ever. We don't like bothering anybody because what? We don't want you to blow our fucking high. If anything here, puff it, take it. Take a hit too. Calm down, relax. But we're not out here being like a menace to society. Let me hit this J. Oh my God, I need to go knock over a bank. That's the last of what the fuck I want to do. If anything, I wonder if Krispy Kreme got some extra donuts that they willing to give away for the free. Let's go get a dozen.
Or you go when it's hot and ready.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't. It's a lot, but either way, you know, we're coming along. Next we have some great news coming in is that the U.S. Marshals created a task force which is called the Operation We Will Find You. The U.S. Marshals have found 225 missing and endangered children in the last 10 weeks. In most cases, they found most children within 7 days of looking for them. The craziest part of the case, though, is that the youngest child.
I said, good. Hey, step up. Y'all be finding Bin Laden and everybody else in 24 hours. There's no reason why you can't find these kids.
Well, they said that the process had been progressing a lot faster since the marshals have joined in.
That's good. They ain't doing nothing.
Serving warrants.
Because you think about it, that's just the people that's getting pulled over with the weed, right? We worry about these people. It's kids missing. There's people that want their kids. There's kids that are in danger right now.
Look, it's a child in that trunk you just let go past, but you pulled me over because I got weed sitting in my ashtray. But go ahead.
Look, I love the kids. Don't worry. They fine. My kids ain't even here. But that baby, they need you. Like, yes. But that is great news. The sad part of it, though, was finding out that the youngest child that was missing that they recovered was 6 months old, y'all.
Damn.
A baby. And they were like, these were children who were used for sex trafficking. They were taken by the other parent. And then it was just some runaways that end up going into sex trafficking. You know, they know that they need to make a living, but they didn't think it was going to be like how it is. But 225 children in 10 weeks. That is great news. And that's scary at the same time because that's a small percentage that we hear about. It's a small percentage. That still doesn't count everybody else is missing, but still hats off to the U.S. Marshals for making progress. And lastly, some extra great news. This right here is a shout out to Miss Joyce Jackman. She just turned 102 years old, y'all. She was asked, what is her secret to living a long life? Her response was good sex. I'm like, ooh, Miss Joyce. However, let me also note, she had one husband. It was her high school sweetheart. And she had no kids. So I feel like maybe, I'm not trying to say our kids is taking us down. However, it's a level of positivity out here in the world, but I'm like, I am willing to do my part. I would love to make it to 102. And you know what? My quest starts today after this show. Because you know what? We're going to live, guys. We're going to make it.
I mean, that's a long time.
Hey, listen. 102 and still getting that lake a little splish splashed. Hey, listen, I'm trying to be like that. Man, I'm definitely trying to be like that. Now, her and her husband not having kids, I'ma just play devil's advocate on this one because maybe they knew each other's bodies so well that pullout game was excellent. You know?
True, but let's see. All right, 102. So,
or maybe she has fertility issues.
She could have. They might have tried so much wild stuff that maybe they messed up the plumbing.
when her love goes bang, bang, bang.
My love.
Yes, goes bang, bang, bang.
You better run.
Literally, I just watched that episode.
Really? Yo, oh my gosh. That was a great show. I wish they would have given an ending of the show. If y'all don't know, because we talking about the Wayans brothers, you know what I'm saying? You know, we're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five. Yes, I used to love that. Oh yeah, R.I.P. John Witherspoon, because yeah, that bang, bang, bang. And it was so funny. The older he got, and it's like the bang starts slowing down, but he was like, I'm speeding back up.
Hey, listen, but them little feet was still moving.
They were in the white shoes. When
Yes.
I saw him in an interview with his regular clothes on, and I'm like, where his shoes at? Like, it upset me. And I'm like, that was one role. He had so many other roles.
I
Like,
think he wore white shoes in almost everything. He was in Boomerang.
yes.
Maybe that was like his little calling card.
It might have been his signature, because
Did he have one on Friday though? He was like, come on, Craig. Come on, Craig.
He always had on his work uniform.
Right, he had on his work uniform, because that's when he slipped in the dog poop.
yeah.
Shit.
But yes, but either way, all I know is that we just need to go ahead and do our part. So we want to go ahead and live to 102, try and see what it do. All right. Open.
I guess I need to buckle down, get serious, and start dating, right?
Listen.
Sure.
Listen. That's all right, baby. Just want a little love, baby. Be here. Be in my life. Love you, baby. Need you, baby.
I don't know if I need love. I just need a little spoon here and there. But go ahead, y'all.
No, but this spooning is cool. But yeah, but like, no, I need to put like this. Like right now, like, see, here's the other thing with the other podcast on 613, right? They got other people who was watching and tending to these children, because I've watched their shows and they don't get any child interruptions. You know what I'm saying? They don't. Okay. During this episode right here, we've only been recording like what, 20 minutes? We've all gotten interruptions. Okay. This young man just raided the pantry. Like, what? And he had snacks. So that's what I'm saying. It's wild. I don't know. Anyway, Nek, what you got for us, yo? What's going on?
So I got some local news.
Okay.
Davy Ruffin and Aunt Lizzie finally had their fight that they should have had years ago.
Oh man.
I'm disappointed actually, because Aunt Lizzie did all that bullying and all that shit talking for all them years, and he did not take it serious. And he took a knee. They talking about that's not a TKO. However, in boxing, if you take a knee, that is a TKO. So technically, yes, you got knocked out.
Yeah.
And you out there throwing up like you look bad, talking about you need a J. Granted, yes, that was an easy 20K that you made. But for all that shit that you've been doing with this boy for years, first of all, Davey, he's a fucking comedian. He's not a street nigga. He's not a city nigga. He's a PG nigga. So going through all that, bullying him, running up in his car, all this and that, causing all these issues with him and Toya, and it was just unnecessary for you to just go down like that. You look bad. You look bad and you look sad.
He did look bad, and I watched bits and pieces of the fight, and you could tell he didn't take it serious. First of all, you out there fighting in some damn the sixes, the Toros. You fighting daughters, my guy. No, ring
on bar mats.
Right. I just about to say that the ring was trash, but
it was. But I was looking. I'm like, what am I looking at? I'm like, who is this homeless man that's getting assaulted out here? These people are just sitting here watching, and I'm like, wait a minute.
They could have went to a real boxing ring. I'm not gonna hold you, but I get it for security purposes. I probably wouldn't have rented it out either, just because of all the hype and the names behind it, even the people promoting it. So I get it for security purposes, but it's like, what y'all doing? You look crazy out here. Then y'all run around the ring. You throwing, they gotta pick you up and all this other wild. Like, Davey took it serious. So I mean, you could tell.
Davey did take it serious, and I am proud of him because he held his own.
He did.
He may feel like he did a little bit more than what he did, but he got his win, and I'm not going to take that from him
It looked like
because
prayer mantises in the ring fighting.
and a whole bunch of hugging.
That's what you saw. I was like, look at these sticks. Like,
No, they did look like little fight sticks.
Yeah, that's the part that caught me off guard because even before I read the caption, I just logged on the gram and then I'm like, who the fuck is this? And I keep looking and I'm like, then I read and I'm like, oh wow, it was just that. But that take a knee thing, I'm like, is he about to propose? What's going on? What is all this? Because he did it. It was very eloquent. Like it was something.
Hopefully, a lesson is learned here, and that you keep bullying the wrong people, you're gonna fuck around and make yourself look stupid, or you can get hurt.
Yeah, you fucked around and you found out.
I'm just glad it was peaceful though, and there was no. I'm very glad.
And hopefully we can get an end to this now. And go leave that boy alone. Find something else to do on your damn YouTube channel.
Exactly. That's part.
All right, now on to Ghost. Ghost begins by everyone seeing their reflections about who they really are.
Oh,
I thought that was real interesting. Like literally every person that they showed, their reflection was either in the mirror or in the window, or Diana's was in a puddle of water. I know. Yeah, but we'll get to her later. But yeah.
We will.
Monet had a meeting with Noma and now she's in charge.
Yo.
I mean, that was a bold move for her, because she's trying to keep the money going, she's trying to keep her family alive, but I just don't like how she put the strap on Tariq, basically saying, you told my kids that I killed Lorenzo? No. Kane ain't as dumb as you think with your dumb ass. You the one who can't add 2 + 2.
Exactly. Your 2 + 2 = 5 every time.
Getting caught up in everything that she do, it's been backfiring. And I mean, Lorenzo said it.
Yes, Monet. When the kids found out, they will hate you.
Y'all get on my nerves.
I've been working on that accent all week. I'm trying. You gotta really get it in, Monet. When the kids found out that you killed their father.
Oh God.
All right, okay.
Reek caught up with his Uncle Tommy and he had a chat that he definitely needed to have with him. And he let him know that him and Tasha, they hashed out their differences.
Yeah.
And
he put up on Mama Egan. That was like, I was like, ooh. But the way that they did this, I'm not gonna lie, the editing, the way they did all this, it's like you really felt it because you've been watching Power. You watch Powers and then you start watching Ghost. So this is exactly how it was when she's like, Tariq, you're not that type of kid. I got pictures of you in diapers.
Hey, the mother get on my nerves.
I love his mother.
She is a hand.
I like her though because she's seen. But I like her though because you know what? She really embodies that character. And it's like after watching certain shows, like she seems everything that you would think that she was, she is. The way she already came over there with the cigarette and everything, it's like a blend of like a Peggy Bundy and Trailer Park, but came up a little bit because she's messing with that man who was part of them, whoever Tommy's father was, the man that was in jail.
Yeah.
But yes. Go ahead.
She's funny because my thing is he came in, oh, you want a drink? What?
Yes. And then when he looking like it's so much day outside already. And she looking like,
so yeah, what the fuck else is there to do?
Right. Yeah. She legit has nothing to do. Her son provides her with her bumps. She got her smokes. She got a bar. She need to do, and she is living. And I mean, that lady is crazy, but I like her personality. I mean, sometimes she needs to business, but
true. but she never run out of red nail polish. And that woman right there, I was like, you know what? You are somebody. You are somebody. She does a great job, even though she's not in every episode, but every time she's even in something, even when she went on Tommy's show, Force, when she was on there, she was killing it on there. Even and she was only in like what 1 or 2 episodes, and he's like, Ma, and then next thing you know, Tommy. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh God! But how do you when Tasha freaking knocked Reek out?
I feel like she been wanting to do that all her life. All her life.
I feel like she knew what she was doing when she did it.
Yeah,
It was no need for Tommy to die. It is something that they could have squashed if a conversation was had. And look at that, the conversation was had. Now she's able to be there for her son. She's able to reach out to Tommy if help is needed. I'm quite sure.
Yes.
Nigga, you was trying to end my life. I saved your life twice. This is now I have the chance to tell you how I saved your life the first time.
Yeah. And and then oh my gosh, she's like when he brought up Keisha and everything, and I'm like, oh yeah, because I'm like, oh Tommy, he was sorry, and she's like, and you think I want to kill my best friend? And then she's sitting there, and she running down the facts and everything, and he's sitting there, he looking like, and then he just making faces.
Got a fucking point.
Information. It's like, yeah, like all of a sudden you don't have all these Fed issues no more because she's gone. You didn't realize you were able to go over to where'd he go? Chicago. Like you were able to go ahead and go over there and you didn't have any issues, had no problems. Thanks to Tasha. So this looks very promising.
Yeah. She's a thug though. I mean, she gonna look out for her son regardless because he been looking out for her. But it's wow.
I can't wait to smack him over the head. That really is because of that time that that ghost had poked me in the forehead. That's why I'm shaking it back. And you said that you saw your father poke me.
But as a kid, what the fuck are you supposed to do? You see that shit, you can't get in the middle of that. That's why you're not supposed to argue in front of your fucking kids.
She wasn't there. It was Yaz that was there. It was Yaz that was there because she told he was like, he put his hands on you, mom. Yeah. I'm like, that's real out here getting
hands, laying
I'm like,
hands.
You got an aggressive poke in the forehead. It's women that's getting black eyes. You got pushed in the forehead. What? It's women that got knocked out. Like, however, go ahead. My apologies.
Aggression towards women is not okay in any form. Okay. We are not condoning any violence against women, whether it be a finger or 5. All right. I just want to make sure we put that out there. Now, Harper left Tate because she overheard a convo with him, and he was just everywhere talking to anybody about anything in public. I don't understand his purpose, his rhyme, his reason, his discretion. I don't understand what any of that was.
Well, first of all, you're to Davis. Of all people. Now, granted, she might not know who Davis is, but she's really hearing the real Tate come out.
Yes.
He's like, nigga this, nigga that. Da, 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 da. What? You're a congressman, my guy.
Still a nigga.
Position clearly because at the end of the day, he trying to line his pockets and look out for him.
Still a nigga.
Yeah.
It's not. He ain't yet.
But it's like no matter what, he's going to go ahead. He's going to always do whatever he needs to do to go and prove his point and get whatever it is that he wants. And that's like where she's finding out like about the money, everything else. He's going to keep doing whatever. And at the same time, he's doing a lot of illegal stuff. And you would hate to sit there and get ready to marry somebody. And then now you're about to ruin your whole career off of some nonsense.
Reputation, yeah.
When you sit there and have nothing to do with that.
That is big facts because my man got his hand in everything. Everything. But it is what it is. I mean, it just sucks because it's like this is the season finale. Like, you know, what's gonna happen? I need to know these things.
Yeah.
I feel like Tate gonna die next season.
He has to. And I hate to say it like that, but he has to.
Yeah, he gonna die next season. They gonna take his ass out of there because he doing too much. And he feels like he's more connected and more made than what he is. Like, I'm the big nigga out here, but nah, you do realize you still got a puppet master that's pulling your strings.
Hello. All them people giving you money. Reek paying you.
Yep.
They books or your Cash App or whatever, and they see, oh, Tariq St. Patrick.
Why is he paying you?
Why is he paying you weekly at that? What we doing? But whatever.
Well, Diana and Drew came up with a plan to end Monet, but Tasha ended up shooting up the car, and Diana and Drew pinned Monet shooting on Tariq. That scene, Tasha did her shit. She did her shit. I just don't understand why after the shooting, fucking Tariq sat there for so long. Like, what? Why would you sit there?
Exactly. Like, get out of there. Like, get out of there.
I mean, but
the way he did it. Mom? Like, yeah, you ain't know your mother was a shooter? What you talking about? That was Ghostwife. What you ain't? What? Ain't that the vehicle that what's the name used to drive? Kanan's son. The joint that Tasha was in. Remember he used to ride. Remember she used to be riding passenger and he used to drive her in that. I remember he knocked that down in the Suburban.
No, that was a gold. She had a gold truck that she did the shooting in.
I don't know why I thought it was the other one. Never mind. Bye-bye.
But no, if they would have left, they would have seen him pull off. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah.
So it was kind of smart for him to kind of sit there. And then he saw that it was his mother. He's like, Mom? Like, but I feel like she didn't do a good job.
Why? Because she didn't finish the job?
Yeah, she took too long to pull the strap out. You got an automatic.
Be ready.
Okay, you came guns blazing.
Yes. Tell us how you do this again. You pull up with it in the seat.
Is this an admission?
First of all, it should have already been ready. If I know I'm about to do some wild shit like that, it should have already been ready. I would already have my window down.
Yeah.
It would have been already out the window. Pat, spraying. It would have been done. She could have ended Diana too. But of course, some way, somehow, Diana still
making it. And I don't know how.
Boulder dash head always got to goddamn survive. I don't understand how.
I don't know how she just, her character has been hanging by a thread. Like, for all this, they could have kept Sax on. Sax kept it interesting because the more he kept finding out. Anyway.
I miss Sax. I do.
He is missed. Shane, we gonna reach out to 50. We want to get you back.
Like, but now, Kane is out for blood. Tariq gets Effie free, but she backstabs him by going to Noma and basically setting him up. That whole scene was wild because, bitch, you would have wanted to told me about this fucking kid. And now you gonna say that I'm telling you to go out here and get all this dirt on her. Bitch, I should kill you.
Exactly. That was real wild. Like, what? But see, this falls back into a woman's scorn.
You're right.
Because she wouldn't have did all this if he would have approached her different when he got her free, when she was like, so what does this mean for us? All that stuff you said when we was in Paris and blah blah blah, that means nothing. So that was her form of revenge. But my thing is, how are you mad when you
killed the love of his life?
Right. You know what? I'm not doing this.
Nah, but for real. But I'm going with what you're saying, though. Yeah.
No, you're right, though. It's just, listen, I can hear Ghost saying it.
Just like it's happened.
You legit took it upon yourself to take away the girl that he was with. Then on the back end, you went and slept with Kane. Like, what are we doing here? Now, granted, I'm not saying what Tariq did was right when he was messing with Diana, but him and Diana actually had history. Nothing but a job. That's what y'all share, a job.
I mean, but he's also coming through being a hero for her, even though she keep being mean and shit to him, talking about, I don't need your fucking help. He paid for her whole semester.
He did, and I would have been thankful, but I'm not about to sleep with you just because you paid for my whole semester.
Well, I mean, she's a young, dumb kid. How many times did we do young, dumbass shit with niggas we wasn't supposed to be doing shit with?
Very true. And then honestly, Kane thought he had all that in the bag because never forget he had pressed up against that door and he lifted it up. Once he did that pickup and hit her with that pickup move, I was like, oh! And she was
Hey,
like, no,
speaking
I'm
of,
not gonna get
well,
caught.
nah, I was about to say something. Never mind.
Listen, all I know is that woman that's 102 years old, she approves this message.
She need to
okay?
write a motherfucking book.
Listen, right? Because it might be something we don't know. She might say, you got to pull up your petty skirt a little bit and show, put your knee highs on.
No. And no.
Look, she kept her man for many, many years. Hats off to whatever. I'm trying to be like Miss Joyce.
Pretty
right?
much. But I don't know. I feel like Effie could have taken a different route. Like,
yeah.
I feel like she went out sad. Like, you really let your emotions
get in front of your money and your business.
Get in front of your money, your business. Is like what? Like what Meg say? She said, "I will never nigga fuck me out my bread."
Yeah, but you know what? I think it might also be because of the fact though, Tariq did make a lot of promises to her, right? Where he was like, yeah, because when I get my trust fund, and she's like, well, where do we go? Well, when I get my trust fund, now that the trust fund gone.
I'm dirty. I would, right. I can make some promises too. And I mean, I will say he's been on the up and up with her. He's done everything he's going to do for her. He's been riding for her. He's been putting her on. He's been looking out for her. Now, granted, it got a little shaky when he said, but it was for, a bigger picture. So I felt like I don't know. It could have went a lot of different ways, but I don't think she should have turned her back on him when they're trying to get from under Noma. Like, Noma's fucking crazy.
She is. She definitely is. Oh, goodness.
But what do I
know? Yeah. But you know what? But Braden, we need to talk about the hero Braden, okay?
Hey,
he slid
Braden
through.
Came in in the clutch. But I always think that it's dope as shit because the only way he knew about it was because of Noma Man.
Exactly. And that's all off of, again, Tariq looking out, got him the passports and everything. But the way that Braden finally came through, he finally slid. And then the way the gun went across the floor to Tariq, bad. That he got it. I was like, oh! And at first I'm looking, I'm like, oh, I'm like, Braden, you got it!
Ever since Braden killed his uncle, he has definitely tapped into a different side of himself. And unfortunately, it came through him killing a family member. But if he's going to be in this type of business, I'm glad that he has that type of instinct.
Yeah. He really, that right there, he stepped up in a way that I know that Kane, I wanted him to put the camera on Kane's face, but then from what it looks like he shot Kane, is how that looks. It looked like Kane will not be around next season because I remember he pulled.
I doubt it. Braden ain't had no aim. Braden was just came in there as a distraction just to shoot shit, which I don't.
So they can get the fuck out of there.
He came in and saved his mans.
He did. But it was hard though. It was hard body. Like I said, I ran that Drake back and I was up there like, I was smiling like so hard because I'm like, yes, let them know. Let them know. They was trying to play you. So it was good.
Yeah, well, they rode off into the sunset over the bridge like Ghost and Tommy, and we shall see them next season. Now, with that being said, what other shows y'all watching?
Nothing.
Wow.
Listen, I got shows I gotta catch up on. Like,
I'm behind.
Yeah, like I need to finish watching From. I think I'm like maybe 2 episodes behind, and every time I'm trying to watch it, it's like I can't even say that I don't even have time to watch it. I turn it on, I just fall asleep. So I got so much to do. There's so much going on, and especially it's just a lot. But you know what? It's okay. I thought I was gonna get caught up Memorial Day weekend. Well, here's a new weekend here. Let's try it again and see how this goes. But I don't feel like it's gonna happen this weekend either. But you know,
Memorial Day weekend was epic for me. But
hey. Okay, somebody trying to keep up with Miss Joyce. Okay,
hey, listen.
Okay. Okay.
But nah, I do keep up with Bad Boys Houston, and this week episode, fucking Orlando Brown, he swung on somebody, but he like punched him in the shoulder. Raspy got a cheeseburger thrown at him.
Yo, you and this cheeseburger, like I have got to, like when we after the last time, I was supposed to watch. I was going to hit you up to ask you for like your code and everything, so I can go ahead
Yes,
and so I
just
can
send me
watch
the
it.
code so I can log you in, B.
This
Yes, but this
Zeus,
nigga got a cheeseburger.
Zeus,
Huh?
it's on Zeus.
Yes.
I've never even heard of that channel, but it sounds interesting.
You haven't? You
It's
remember when Black Child and her mama was gonna fight on there?
I don't watch that stuff. That makes my
They were
brain.
showing it on the gram. I knew about it because of social media.
Yeah.
No, even still, like what is that show? Whatever that other little thing they was doing, the girl, whatever that crap was. Where
Oh,
they
the
was in,
baddies joint.
yeah, I
Now,
don't ever watch none of those because it just makes my head hurt. It's no, I
yeah.
read PSI, the first 48.
I think because I live such a peaceful life, that's probably where I get like my ratchet from. So I don't have to go do ratchet shit or be around ratchet shit, but I still get to be included somewhat.
Right.
Yeah, I watch that.
Hold on. So what you
I
saying?
mean, listen, let me tell y'all something.
I said we got 5 piece.
Y'all don't really know my backstory, but before I had my children, I was definitely turned up. I was angry. I was aggressive. I was a man in a woman's body. I treated men like men treat women and like catcalled and all that. I didn't care. I was a fucking man. Get the fuck out of here. But
so you're a menace to society is what you're
now,
saying.
you know, I am a mother, so I have to be delicate and I have to be vulnerable and feminine and things of that nature. I have to be an example. So I just modified my version of myself.
Okay. And
That's
me,
all.
I'm just like whenever I do something, whenever something doesn't go my way and I find myself getting angry, I literally start singing in my head because I keep singing in the arms of an angel. So literally the other day I was so mad. I'm like, yo, I'm about to drive to this girl house and beat her ass. And so all of a sudden all I can hear is in the arms of it. Like, cause I'm getting off the highway so I can go and get back on to go in the other direction. And I'm like, what are you doing? And then I'm like, and then here go, I'm like, strategically, you really ain't even got enough time. You gotta get your kids from school. You don't have enough time to make it out here today. But tomorrow, see, that's why I always love tomorrow. Because, and I'm like, ooh, because people, they be saying whatever they want, and that be my problem. Because I sit here, I be chill, I take a lot of stuff on the chin. I don't look like, you know, some people, they think I'm a pushover or something like that. No, it's because my options are be peaceful or go to jail for life.
Yeah.
And I don't have no in between. And once I accepted that with myself, you know, thanks to the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, you know, here I am, free as a bird, you know. I'm not gonna mess up. I'm not taking penitentiary chances. Now, Shantae, on the other hand, no, this way.
Throwing fucking refrigerators at niggas.
Yes, what? Yes. Like with the locks, they remember they threw a refrigerator, they trying to throw that puffy.
Ever. These are all false allegations.
So Tay, I will tell you this funny little story. When I went camping, I definitely took a bunch of my cast iron shit with me. I was riding around the other day and I kept hearing clanking in the back of my truck. I thought something was wrong with my truck. So I pull over and I'm all under this motherfucker looking and shit. I open up the trunk, like, what the fuck is it? I have fucking cast iron skillets in my trunk. So baby, you are no longer alone. All right. I'm right here with you because I still have not taken it out.
I mean, I've been riding around with mine for about a couple of years.
Yeah, no.
But I just feel like it's nothing. You never know. What if you
That is true.
And they put you in the trunk. I bet. So now when you open this joint, I got something for your ass.
You know what? And it's funny that you say that because, you know, I just moved. So as you're saying this, you're reminding me of this heavy bag of cast iron skillets that's in the trunk right now. I've grabbed everything else out but those because it just was heavy to bring.
It was one by one.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. So we want to thank you for coming forward, telling your truth, and helping us to realize, hey, you don't need a bat. You don't need a gun. You don't need a
Cast
knife.
iron skillets.
Right. You ain't doing none of that time. You know why? Just toss it and see where it goes. All right.
Either
Toss
that
it.
or you could cover up when they got a gun, you cover it and use it as a bulletproof vest.
Yes, you got a shield. Yes, yes. So thank you, Tay.
Yes. Now we got some NBA news. As we all know, the Lakers got swept.
Mm. Mm.
But can we get into the buzzer beater that the Celtics pulled off to force a game 7?
Listen.
Yeah.
It was insane.
That was crazy. I had to rewind it because I got confused.
Mhm.
Because Thor said that it said Miami had won. And then they're like, no.
Wait a minute.
The
Yeah.
Celtics won. I said, first of all, when I see everybody up there fumbling for the ball, I was like, okay, what's going on up here? I just saw a whole bunch of colors. Granted, they got on 2 different colors. They're not even close in color. But I'm thinking that, Miami had the ball and they're the ones who shot it. So I had to run it back a few times to figure out what the hell was actually going on. But then when they put it in slow-mo and I saw that it was the Celtics that shot it, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like it literally got off of his hand. Like it was probably milliseconds.
Right in time. In time.
I've never seen nothing like that happen. That was the wildest thing I've ever seen.
Hey, you know what that made me think of? Y'all remember the movie The Sixth Man?
Oh man. Yo. I forgot all
Gotta
about
hurry
that
up, bro. Yeah. And he just came out of nowhere, got the ball and carried it to the basket. That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was something. It was something. But it's been very entertaining. It's like it didn't go any way. The finals, the playoffs have not gone any way that I thought that they were gonna go. I never would have thought that Golden State would have been out so early. I never thought that the Lakers would, because the Lakers, they have been doing pretty bad like the last couple of years. And so I was glad they made it to, because they usually, I think last year they might have made it playoff-ish, like almost, like almost. But it's one of those things that you just keep watching. And all I know is that the way now that, last week we reported that Carmelo's retired, that he retired. So now you're looking at stuff and now they like changing the way that they are speaking on LeBron, where they were talking about him with greatness. Now they talking about, he old now and all this other stuff. And I'm like, oh, wow. So
the
maybe
tables have turned.
Yeah, and I'm thinking maybe next season, whenever his son gets in the NBA, it's going to turn into something else. He gonna come back with a vengeance, because you can't let your son go out here and beat your ass. You gotta make sure if y'all gonna win, y'all gonna dominate together.
That's good. I mean, I don't know. I just like also it's time for LeBron's. Like you're great.
Yes.
You don't no more money. Your family, like you got the bag. You are the definition of you have secured the bag.
Yeah.
It's okay if you retire. You can start your own camp. You already started school.
Let me tell you, I'm from Akron, Ohio. That man has so many things going on in Ohio that is crazy. Like he has a club now. He already has the I Promise School. He has a gym there. Thank you, son. And my son has just informed you all that Amazon has just dropped off a package at the door.
But for LeBron, he need to leave out on the high.
He does, but he has that. He has the movie. So even the House Party movie, he's behind it and everything else. Oh my God, no!
Go away, child.
And he around the corner, right? So it's like if I threw this marker, I couldn't hit him because it's like he just poked his head out and just keep leaning out like that. Anyway, he has so many lucrative businesses and things around him. He's gonna be straight. He is going to be straight. I saw his house in Ohio. Yo, the perfect description of this house is, let's say, he's in a neighborhood where he is the first house on the corner in a regular neighborhood. So just think about where you live. Think about that first. Tay, your house would be a perfect example. He's at first house on the corner. He just has this huge fence that goes on around it, but it's in the middle of a regular neighborhood. Right there. It's like what, maybe 1 or 2 blocks back off the main street.
Oh, that's dope.
It's very accessible. Like when I went there, my godfather, he's like, "Oh yeah, let me show you where LeBron live." And I'm like, "Don't do that." Nah, I don't want no smoke. He's like, "No. Everybody knows he lives here." I said, "That's even more reason why we don't need to go over there." That thing, it looked like the Versace man from the outside. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. But
Yeah.
he got a lot of money, but I get it though. He like, no, I'm leaving out on the high. So I get it though. He wants to make sure he leaves his mark on the world
Yeah.
and in history. So I get it. But
Yeah. Well, one thing that I do want to mention before we move into anything else, we definitely lost a legend recently. Tina Turner is no longer with us. She lived a beautifully blessed life. She went through some transgressions, but
Lord.
hey, listen, Proud Mary kept on burning, and hey,
Yeah,
look, she put legs on the map. She had her
she
legs
did.
insured.
She
She
did.
left her marriage where she actually did everything for them to have the name,
Yeah.
and
She said,
she
"That's all
still
I
made a
wanted
comeback
from
with
him."
that. Yeah, she left with nothing but her name.
And that's when you know, because she was like, "I believe in me. And if you do that, you can definitely get wherever you want to go. If you have the faith in yourself, because you might not have everybody's support around you. I can imagine how many people probably against her. She had so
Mm-hmm.
many reasons to go ahead and go back to Ike just out of the sheer level of being comfortable. But
Mhm.
she went out here and she made a life, made an
Yeah,
amazing life and career for herself. And especially like, she left the US. She went and moved over there to Switzerland. She had her new
yeah,
husband. And apparently, from what I heard, because this was social media do, when black people die, it's just something. It's just real wild. Like where they sitting here, they talking about that she left all her money to her husband. So it's just wild. It's just wild. But I'm like, and whose business is it for y'all? If she left her money to her husband, well, hey, maybe he couldn't afford the Switzerland lifestyle. She could. And I think she just lost a
I
son
mean,
to me.
ultimately, yeah, she did just lose a son to suicide.
Plus,
Ultimately, if her
her,
husband, two of them,
one to cancer and one to suicide.
Oh,
damn,
wow.
and it was what, three of them total, right?
I think so, not including Ike's kids.
That's what I was about to say, because there was
Yeah,
that one baby that did get dropped off there. Yeah. Dang.
nah, because she had one by Spider too. A lot of people didn't know that, but she had
She
one
did,
by Spider in real life.
yeah.
Yeah,
The book.
Ooh.
the first nigga that was on her in the movie. Yeah, and Ike took
Ah.
her from him.
Oh, okay. You saying that?
With the dude in the band. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm happy though? I'm happy that she was alive and was able to tell her story. So think about the
No
fact that we
way.
even know of her story. And then she still lives so many years after that. Like that is pretty dope. And you're right. Yeah, she told her story. She told it her way, and Angela Bassett killed it. Like she embodied the role. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
But now,
R.I.P. The absolute goat.
yes. Oh man, Tina. She's amazing. My grandmother loved Tina. And so it's like I was a big, big fan of Tina Turner. I was hurt when Tina Turner passed. Let me let y'all know how many people reached out to me, okay? And they was like, hey, Tina Turner just passed. Are you all right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm making it. Then another friend, and I didn't realize that I had told this many people how much I love Tina Turner. I don't know what happened. I think it might be because they start sending out like the memes and stuff, and it had like it was the one joint where it was supposed to be like Ike Turner waiting in heaven and waiting up there for or something, and like just waiting to fight her. And I'm
Hey, the
like,
memes were hilarious.
I couldn't take it. It was too soon. It was too soon. Entirely
The
too soon.
memes were hilarious.
It's too soon. Okay, it's too soon. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. Anyway, now to dating horror stories. This right here, I took this right here from the Six Brown Chicks, right? There, if you are not following them on Instagram, just like you need to be following us on Instagram at 613 Faye DMV, and also like and subscribe while we mentioning all this.
Yes.
Let me tell you, the 6 brown chicks. Let me read this story to y'all about how women is going out bad and sad and messing it up for their kids. Okay, all right. I was role playing. Oh yeah, here's the story. I was role playing, having fun, and living my best lie with an incarcerated pen pal, trading letters and dreams. He's locked up for 9 years, so no harm, no foul. I have a stack of beautiful love letters. He wants a family. He wants to move into my refurbished Hyde Park home. He's celibate now. And wants to exactly. He's celibate now. And wants to make love several times a day. Then she put the little tongue sticking out emoji. So I put nearly $2,000 on his books over the months, and he promised to pay me back. I've sent him my daughter's prom and graduation money. He sent his friend from the outside over to pay me, but when we met, we hooked up instead, and I didn't get the money. My daughter's prom and graduation fees are due, and I don't have it. Also, his friend told him we hooked up and he's not responding to my letters. Advice? What?
Baby, you just got to take that L. I'm so sorry, but what?
Yes.
If you're living your best life, first of all, you're too invested if you're sitting there sending this man money. Letters, yes. Money, absolutely not. Okay,
No.
I'm all about living a fantasy and all this and that, but
However,
I'm not giving you no money.
No.
Second of all, nigga, you ain't got no choice but to be celibate.
Yeah, it was. But think about it, right? All right, so we've all been seniors in high school. We know that this is a costly time of years. We all have children. We all know when it's senior year, we already know going into it. By 10th grade, we like, all right, bet they're gonna want this. You already start figuring out stuff. You know you're gonna have to put this money to the side. You know you have to do this. So now you failed your daughter. Like, okay, like, and then the thing about it, I could have probably looked at it differently if she would have told me that he was a street dude or whatever, and he's still making moves on the outside. He gonna get his money back, but he should have never had to do that through you if he was making these type moves. So he likes to make love several times a day. You don't know what he like no more because he's been in jail 9 years. And there's some people that live a different lifestyle when they're in there. They just surviving or whatever. Talking about he's celibate now. It's a lot of different things that be going on in there. And you speaking like you got real facts, like hardcore facts. But to sit there and ruin this for your child, like I want to update. I want an update letter on this.
She ruined it for some outside dick.
Man, what? And you know what? Soldier
Literally.
Slim did say that outside dick keep them hoes sick. Okay? And that is exactly what she's feeling right now. And think about it. She typed that up. You submitted that? You submitted that? Tell your daughter that. Sorry, baby. You can't go to prom. Well, I got a good dress in the back. You know, when your Aunt Michelle got married, I still got that dress. You can wear one of my bridesmaids dresses. Like,
she better go on Shein and get them Klarna pays up.
You're right. You're right. And then she signs up with a new email address. She'll get a new promo code and she get a whole dress for what? $6-7.
Low 99. Yep.
But also Fashion Nova, they've been having sales where if you order before 3 o'clock, you can get it the next day.
There we go. So we hope that your busted bum ass watching this show and you can get this for your child because you have failed her. You have failed. And I'm sorry, that's just for the prom dress. We didn't even think about graduation dress, hair, nails, toes, shoes, jewelry, money. You need money to go. Oh my God, I failed. Oh, let's talk to something that brings joy though, and that is to Miss Nek Nek and the plants. Where we at, baby? Where we at? What's going on?
It's week 5, and hopefully you're not like me, just starting back out. If you are, welcome back. But you should be at week 5 now. So what your plants need ultimately is light. Give them light, as much light as possible right now. They need all of that so that they can build their root system. That is what you need to have strength with right now. Don't worry about if you only have like 2-3 leaves. You don't need to add fertilizer to anything that you're giving your plant right now because you will run the risk of burning your plant. It's like an infant. You don't go and give an infant a habanero pepper or a lemon immediately. Okay, you give them time and you introduce new foods to them. So all your plant needs right now, literally, is just light and water. Don't let your dirt stay sopping wet. So whatever you have it in right now before you move it to its final pot, you can have it in a red solo cup. You can have it in whatever you want, but just make sure that that soil can drain. So poke some holes in the bottom of your cups. If you don't get enough light in your house or outside, I would suggest going to like Amazon, getting just a little simple grow light. It's like a red, white, and blue light with a whole bunch of little holes. What was that little thing that we had? A light bright as a kid. It kind of looks like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but those are actually good for plants that you are bringing from seedling or you are propagating, anything of that nature. You need to do that for at least 16 hours. Um, Me, when I do it for 24 hours. I just let them get as much light. So it's in a safe, dark place, but it has nothing but that light around it to just keep it growing and growing. If you happen to notice any type of mold or anything like that, what I would suggest is adding maybe a fourth of a teaspoon of cinnamon to about 2 cups of water. And then make sure that you're putting that on your dirt. You don't want to pour it directly on your plant because it can, again, burn your plant. Things to start thinking about is the type of fertilizer that you want to use for your plant and the type of pot that you want to put it in. I happen to use grow bags, like the same ones you would use for potatoes, just because for me, they're a bit sturdier if I need to move them around or twist them so that they can get an even amount of light or anything like that. But I don't typically go for like the big 5 gallon and 10 gallon buckets. To me, that's excessive. I'll do the 5 gallon bag, but I'm not doing nothing over that because I'm not trying to get 2 pounds off of one plant. You can get there, but for the type of smoker that I am, I don't need to have, let's see, what's the legal amount? 4 plants. I don't need to have 8 pounds of weed just sitting around in access because I'm gonna go through it in about 5 months. And that's just being honest. Um, but as far as the type of fertilizer that you want to use for your plant, moving on to like week 8, you have 3 weeks to figure this out. You want to make sure it has 3 different types of 3 bottles. So you want to do a grow, a micro, and a bloom. I'll break down how you use those and how you add them to your water and things like that down then. But just start looking into the type of fertilizer you do want to start using for your plants. Um, Also, just get cow mag because you may need that if your plant is not getting enough of a certain nutrient. Your plant can start to turn yellow. That's something you'll start seeing once you give it an actual grow light schedule because once you start adding fertilizer, the time limit that you want to do for your plants is now 16 hours of light with 8 hours of dark. Um, a lot of people say it has to be complete dark. That's not true because if you grow outside, it's never completely dark.
Right.
You just need to have some type of light variance between day and night. Um, but yeah, that's it as far as the happy kind of plants. But again, if you're starting over like me and you've popped your seed and you putting it into dirt, make sure that you are planting your seed deep enough in the dirt. You only want to have your first little bud or your first little node that's coming out of it about maybe a half inch away from the soil. You want it to be as close to soil as possible. If you notice that your plant for other people are starting to like stretch out and your leaves aren't as compacted together, they kind of like stretched out like this in between each layer of leaves, then you need to adjust your light and bring it closer down to your plant. What your plant is doing is stretching. So it's trying to get as close as it can to the light so that it can grow and get some more energy and things like that. That just means that your light isn't close enough to your plant.
So, quick question.
Quick answer.
For regular plants.
Mhm.
So, one of my friends, she told me to put a match in my plant. And we did it. And my plant actually started sprouting. It changed because I thought I killed it at first. It was an orchid. and I got it in October. That joint, it didn't look good at all.
Yeah,
At all.
it's the nitrogen from the match. It
Yeah,
actually works. So you can use that. You can use some people use a screw. I'm not too keen on a screw. I only do a screw if I'm growing like a tomato. I don't know what it is. Something about the rust in the screw works well with the tomato. Um, but yeah, any type of nitrogen, coffee, banana peels, I believe it's potato skins. It's a lot of different things that you can use. Even eggshells, you can use those and crush them up real fine and put them in your plants too. All of those things will definitely shock your plant into doing some things for you.
I was like, okay, I see you got little flowers on it now. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I feel it.
Yeah. I have a plant hanging up right here. I know y'all can kind of see it. My pothos. I just knew I killed that thing because it just stopped growing completely. But now I have other vines coming out of it down here, and it's finally going up to the ceiling. I started connecting it to the ceiling so that I can have like the whole Garden of Eden thing going on in my room. Because I need the vines stretching across my room, okay? Because it's about to
That's
be a
right.
whole jungle vibe. But
Because what you really trying to do is be like 102-year-old Joyce.
hey,
Is what
listen,
you
I'm
to do,
trying to get
okay?
you in here and make you feel like you at home, baby. But last week I did talk about my caladium. I did want to bring it over just so y'all can see what I was
Beautiful.
talking about. I got her for what, $8, but she just sprouted like 9 leaves
Oh,
out of
wow.
nowhere, and we growing and going. I have no idea how to really take care of her, but she's been getting some indirect sunlight, and apparently whatever it is I am doing, it's working.
Well, it
Hey.
looks good to me.
Yeah, it
Yes.
looks
But
amazing.
I
Good
love
job.
her. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
But I
you.
guess I gotta get me a plant. I gotta get me a plant.
Yes, I told you, get something low maintenance. Even the air plant. Look, I got them soaking in water. I'm glad you did say something about that. When I said that you just soak them in water, it's
Yeah.
literally
Oh,
just a little cup of water and then let them sit and soak and then
that's
take them out. I put them right here inside my aloe vera and let them go. And they be fine.
You know what? Okay, I think I think I can take the challenge because I did get some flowers for Valentine's Day, and my flowers did live a nice long life. They made it for about 6 weeks. So I'm like,
Oh,
okay,
that's
I'm doing
awesome.
good. Yes, I was very surprised. I was very, very surprised. And I'm like, I think I might finally be responsible enough.
Oh yeah, one thing I did want to add, if you are doing anything with plants and they are either inside or outside and you having a problem with fungus gnats, ants, anything, neem oil. It's a spray that you can get from Home Depot. You can get it from any plant store. You can even get it from Amazon. Use that and spray your plants religiously until you see those bugs are gone. They get rid of aphids and everything. Also,
What
if you
about
have, go ahead.
what is it? Peppermint, cast oil peppermint, like the Dr. Bronner soap.
I like that. But to me, Dr. Bronner's, no matter how much I dilute it, it kind of still burns my plant a little bit.
Okay.
So that's just me
I have
personally. I get a lot of sunlight too. So it's going to do some type of damage. But
okay.
yeah.
I haven't used it. I was like,
Yeah, I've tried to dilute it so much it either suffocates the shit out of my plants and then it has like this little wax film I gotta peel off, or it just burns the shit out of my plant.
So I'm just gonna use it as I'm just gonna just go ahead and wash with it and be done with
Yeah,
it.
yep.
Yeah,
But
like
neem oil,
Look at
definitely had some fungus. Yeah, because I
huh?
definitely my face. I definitely had some fungus that was trying to grow on the flowers, but then I read something about like you could put a drop of bleach in there, and I kept thinking, I'm like, this is probably gonna kill it.
Nah,
No.
just one drop.
Yes, I did that, and I'm like, oh wow, and like they live longer, and then I went ahead, kept cutting, trimming the ends, and taking care and taking the leaves off. I'm talking to it, making a life and everything, and then one day, because of the cold weather, and the
Yeah.
heat, it eventually had to go. But yes, well, thank you so
You're
much.
very, very welcome. And look,
It's
all plants are not created equally. Please understand that plants will take care of you if you take care of them. Take the
Mhm.
time to learn your plants just as well as you would learn your partner or your children. Okay, because not all plants are created equally. You want to get high off your plants, you have to take the time and really give it a lot of care in order for you to get the kind of plant that you want. Okay.
Right. Well, on that note, it looks like we're going to be able to get the team back together. We're about to have Kobe and Shaq, Shaq and Kobe.
Man.
I
Larry
appreciate
Bird. You did your
Larry
thing out
Bird.
here. You did your thing out here, okay? They was calling me Rick Fox, but nobody wanted to get me off the bench, you know what I'm saying? So I felt some type of way, but I'm like, okay, fine, it's cool, whatever. Anyway, we'll be right back with Shaq and Kobe.
Hi, I'm back.
Yes.
You.
I'm happy you're back.
You didn't say it back. It's cool.
Huh?
You didn't say it back. I said I missed you. You
I
supposed
missed
to say
you too, man. I missed you too, man. I couldn't
Dang.
live without you.
See what I've been dealing with for the last couple of weeks?
Hey, didn't you just look at the time Jack our segment already?
It's okay. It's okay. You know, Larry Bird, I appreciate you. You did a fantabulous job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, definitely did. At least you got to get pulled in the game. Ain't nobody pulled Rick out.
Oh, y'all must have planned this.
No.
Nope. Just wanted to include it. Carry on.
It's okay. So how have you been doing? Like how has Larry Bird been treating you?
I mean, it was okay. She almost had me, but I kept my composure and I kept it moving. I feel good. I got my guns, you know. I'm doing good, man.
That's good. That is good. How was your Memorial weekend?
It was a weekend.
Yeah, I feel you. It was a weekend.
I was trying to take over the world.
Oh God.
Miami Heat lost.
Yeah, I think everybody's a little shocked about it. How did you feel about that?
Okay, can we get to the question?
Oh, you just gonna skip over that part. Okay, back. So, what do you value the most in relationships? Any relationship. It could be a friendship, a relationship, any relationship. What do you value the most?
Trust. You gotta have trust. You gotta be able to trust each other. And trust could be different things, you know. Trust could be like holding a secret. Trust can be holding some money. Trust can be a lot of different things, or you know, in business, business relationship, you gotta have trust. You know, people talk about I don't trust nobody. That's stupid. You listen to rap songs. You gotta trust somebody. When you got a job, you talking about you don't trust nobody. You trust them to pay you every 2 weeks, don't you?
Hello.
So you gotta trust somebody. Trust is the biggest thing, though. Trust. Yeah, trust, and just being honest. You know, you just gotta be honest. Trust and honesty. But I guess honesty goes with trust because you would trust that the person is honest as well. That's another thing with trust. It's a big thing with trust.
I see. You keep repeating it, so clearly that's top priority for you. Number one.
Yeah, I gotta trust you. If I can't trust you, then
But what about communication, though?
I think if you got trust, you can build communication.
Oh my God.
I do. I think that it all boils down to trust. Trust is the whole thing, and then everything else comes in like a family tree. Communication over here, honesty over here, being reliable over here, being accountable over here. It all goes into trust. If you trust somebody and you have that relationship with that person that you trust them, then you know that all those things are going to be there.
Okay.
Because if you break the communication, then you can break somebody's trust.
Facts.
If you don't take accountability, then you could mess up somebody's trust. Say you gave somebody $200 and they try to tell you you only gave them $150. One, they're lying, and two, that's accountability. They're trying to take accountability. They only try to pay you back $150, but they owe you $200. That goes with the trust.
Okay, trust magnet.
Yes.
All right, fine then. So what's the most incredible thing that you've ever eaten?
Oh, that's a good thing. That's a good question. That's a good question. I'm not gonna. I know where y'all minds went because y'all just started laughing. No,
I could have been talking about cheesecake.
I don't.
Oh, I wasn't.
See. Hey,
Somebody else got to spice it up. Carry on.
you know what? You guys are back on the bench now. You can.
I never left the bench. What are you talking about?
No, okay.
I made a home here. What are you talking about? Back on the bench? I ain't never leave.
I'm quiet.
He'd be like Tristan Thompson. He just tried to get in all the kids when the camera was shooting him during the playoffs. He wasn't playing. He was just trying to get into all the camera shots and be jumping all around, being a good team. His ass ain't playing out one time. But anyway, getting back to the that's a good question. I don't know. I think my favorite thing to eat is Jamaican food, but I don't know. That's a good ass question. That's a great question.
Sounds like
No,
Stumpington.
you stop me, see. No. You know what? When I used to work at Six Flags back in the day, them funnel cakes used to get me through. So I'm gonna go with funnel cakes. I'm gonna go with those are delicious. I should have known that.
Hey, nah, that is a fact though, because them joints back in the day, you actually used to pour them joints and make them so you could make them as thick, how it's thin. You ain't fuck with a customer, you could give them just a little ring with like a fuck you in the middle or something like that. But nah, now them joints that
I
they
don't know
get
about
are
all
already
that.
cooked.
I didn't work
Nah,
there.
I'm just saying.
I didn't work. Hold on. No, the thoughts.
Nah, the ones that they have now, they come prepared. So all they doing is taking it out the pack and frying it. But yeah, them joints back then was torch. Carry on.
The thoughts and opinions of Nek Nek do not represent the 613 Faye Network or anything that is associated with us. We don't know what you're talking about. I did not work at Six Flags during that era.
I'm not saying I fuck with people food, but you can't fuck with people that fuck with your food. How about that?
I worked the rides. I was in the ride department. I was a ride operator. I have no qualm to what you talk about.
I was frying them foot long corn dogs and funnel cakes.
I was
and that is how Joyce made it to 102 years old. Because you know what?
I have no clue what y'all talking about. I thought we were talking about Six Flags funnel cakes. I thought the question was to me. Somehow.
You put toppings on your funnel cake.
I did when I was there. I used to put the little powder stuff first. I was kind of, powder. Then I got carried away. I started putting strawberries on there. Then I put the peaches on there sometimes. Then I put both. Then I put whatever they had sometimes.
I never had peaches on my funnel cake. But strawberries and sugar, oh my God.
You got to put the powder on there.
My French toast and my pancakes, I make that like that.
I could have run business how much
if you add strawberries, you got to add ice cream to it. That's good too.
What the hell? He's still going. You know what? I feel attacked. I feel like this was planned today. This is a good one. This is y'all planned this one. Like y'all was like, ooh.
What do we say? How do we plan it?
I was like, ooh.
Oh. I guarantee.
I cannot wait till these get chopped.
Y'all knew I was up that early. And then Tay hit me with the grand rising. Fellas, here's my tip for the week. If she hit you with grand rising, run. Don't accept that. That ain't, listen, you might think it's, run.
Nah, she hit you with grand rising. That means she wearing waist beads. You want to run to her.
That means you do not want no parts of them waist beads. Waist beads is not something that you should mess with. I already told my story on season whatever of F.A.C.T.S about the waist beads. Fellas, them things break. Now, don't mess with the women with the waist beads. If they wear the waist beads, it's trouble.
Cheap ones break.
That's right.
Listen, I don't know what it's cheap. I just know that I've seen some broken. And
well, stop pulling on them.
There you go. Exactly. Enjoy the decorations. Enjoy the decor while you're here.
Y'all done yet?
Nope. You got anything else? Hey, look, Larry, you got anything else, baby?
Hey man, listen.
No.
You know what?
All right, Larry and Rick, we out.
Hey, do you have anything else? Because these people came back, they don't know how to act. They see you, they don't know how to act.
I see, it's okay. I mean, I get it. They want their PT. They want their PT.
They just had an hour and some change of it. What did they do? Listen, you know what? Watch the numbers just go pop. Because it's me and you back. And we had the other one.
Oh, not the other one.
The other one. Now I'm gonna talk about Ish. And we had the other one that
I thought I asked some pretty good questions.
man, them questions, man, them was them 102-year-old questions. That lady was asking questions. You was asking me questions like, you know what, Tay? I'm glad you're back. I'm not really disturbed by that. This is what she does. She does this all the time. I'm not really disturbed by her.
Don't worry, next time it'll be die. Larry Bird gonna sit it out.
I've been
He gonna
nice.
disconnect the whole recording. He was like, Rick, he like, hold on. He gonna stop it.
Bye,
Keep it
y'all.
in the stock room.
You all have a good
Never a
evening.
dull moment with you two. Rick Fox and Larry
The
Bird.
other one. Nah, I'm changing it. I'm the other one now.
Yep, there we go. There we go. You know what? Yeah. Because what? This level of disrespect. Because again, I never was.
So you thought you was gonna jack my segment and you was gonna come and you was gonna do that shit? You must don't watch the other 613 shows. This is how we going on for now on. You think you're gonna jack my segment and you gonna come and you just gonna be talking? People just gonna be like this. They're gonna see you like the Chinese people that moving your mouth.
Hey, look at you can't unmute. He fatty.
Here's the funnier part about all of this, right? I do watch the other shows, and I saw where you did this to Marshall. Yes, I watch. I definitely do. However, you can mute me, but the truth will still be told, okay? The revolution will be televised each and every time here on 613 Faye DMV. Don't play with me, play with yourself. We don't play this game around here, all right?
Ain't like shit.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know? All right? Okay? All right? All
Make sure
day,
you run up
every
them
day.
views while you laughing. Make sure you like and subscribe
Run
while you
'em.
laughing.
Run them. We get your
Glasses up, man.
and he can keep
I
on
am
trying
done
all
with
he
this.
want. I don't care. I'm here all day, every day. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.